Welcome to the Actualize Your Full Potential podcast, hosted by yours truly, Bruce Barnes. Join me as we discover small changes that can make a big impact in your life. Hi, and welcome to this episode of Actualize Your Full Potential podcast. I'm your host, Bruce Barnes. Hope you're doing well. Let's get started. In this episode, we're going to discuss self-talk because how you talk to yourself really does matter. There are three types of self-talk that I'm going to address here. Negative is self-defeating, such as, I cannot do this. Positive is ideal, such as, I can do this. And the third type is possibility, which is even better. What if I can do this? You may remember in my last episode, I talked a little bit about ANTS, A-N-T-S, automatic negative thoughts. That's a type of self-talk. ANTS are created when we frequently feed our mind negative messages. When we think back to past situations that didn't go well, and we ponder and think about the future, and just the fear comes in there that, what might go wrong, that this didn't go well the last time, so it's probably not going to go right this time. So we get, kind of going down this negative self-talk rabbit hole, so to speak. By focusing on negative thoughts, it leads to decreased motivation and a feeling of, helplessness. When you're critical about yourself, it can lead to depression, and this obviously is something you want to avoid. Negative self-talk increases when we're under stress, and of course we all wind up having a lot of stress sometimes, so you've got to really be careful. When you closely monitor how you're talking to yourself, you start to recognize the different forms of self-talk and whether you're being positive or negative. If you continually focus on the negative or what could go wrong, you start to doubt yourself. You're going to hold yourself back and not take any risks, which reduces the chances of you reaching your goals. By focusing on the positive or what can go right, this is how you can thrive and move forward towards your goals. This is self-motivation, and it helps you to continue moving forward and trying new things instead of giving up. When you notice that you're talking negatively, just say cancel that and reframe that to be a more positive form of statement or thought. You might want to ask yourself, am I overreacting to this? Is this a big deal, or am I blowing it out of proportion? Will this matter in the long run? Am I basing this on facts or opinion? Am I trying to read someone else's mind and how they feel or are thinking about me or what I'm doing? Which, on a side note, says what other people think about you is none of your business. It generally just it leads you down that negative thought trail. Something else to consider is asking yourself is, am I projecting beliefs or feelings on someone that's not true, such as, oh, gee, they didn't talk to me, so they must not like me? Something else to consider is, why am I being critical about myself or this particular situation? Is it really one way or the other, or is there some other option that I'm not seeing? A lot of times there's different options that, because we're focused on the negative, we're not in a mental state to be open to other options. And the other thing is, first and foremost is the thought true? Is most of the time It's not. When it's a negative thought, it's not going to be true most of the time. So an example here, wow, I'm an idiot. I really screwed up on that presentation. I may as well start looking for a new job now. You should reframe that to be, I know I can do better. Next time, I'll spend more time preparing and practicing. I could take a public speaking class, which would help my career in the long run. Another example, I can't do that in such a short period of time. I'm doomed for failure. Alternative, it seems like a lot to do, but I'll break it into small steps. I might be able to get others to help me. Another example, there's no way I can change my mindset. I can't change my thinking to be more positive. Alternative, I now have increased awareness of my thoughts, so making them more positive won't be that hard, and it can help me in all areas of my life. I'm going to at least give it a try, which is why we're all here, right? In case you didn't notice, these are also types of affirmation statements. I can do this. Potential is all around me. There are different types of affirmation statements. I am statements are the most powerful, and which is what you say to yourself. You are statements are considered third-party validation. It is are statements of fact. Some examples are, I am talented, or you are talented. It is easy for me to do this. The challenge with just the traditional affirmation statement is that sometimes our conscious negative filter kicks in and tries to knock you down. And usually it's with the I am statements, like I am successful, and I have a lot of money, or um, we've all faced those type of statements where when you say that, is conscious filters out. Who are you kidding? No, you're not. Here's the trick. Your filter is less likely to activate when it encounters a question. So you take your affirmation statement and form it into an empowering question. I call these affirmations. So I encourage you to use both formats for the same statement. In other words, you write things out, do both formats, such as I am bold becomes how did I become bold? So you put both of them down on your list. When those type of things, when you're making your list of affirmation statements, you want to do both formats. So some more examples, I am productive. And why am I so productive? I am strong. Also, when did I get so strong? I am focused. And why am I so focused? I find a way. And how do I always find a way? I enjoy the journey. And when did I start enjoying the journey? When your mind encounters these questions, it asks itself, yeah, when did that happen? Or how did that happen? At that point, then it seeks out evidence to prove that it's true. It sets your subconscious into motion to make it a reality. Let's take it a little bit further and talk about intention statements. Think of an intention statement as a goal that's like an affirmation. So personally, I write out my intentions for the next day before I go to bed each night. When I get up, I review them and I work on them throughout the day. You can write out each one with the words, today I intend to blank, or list them, which is what I do. For example, my intentions for today are reach out to 5 people on my contact list, write an article, have a great meeting with Joe. Of course, you may intend to do something, but other things might come up that need to be taken care of. One might say that if you didn't complete it, you didn't really intend to do it, which that might be true. My question would be, did you take any actions towards your intended goal? Or did you allow yourself to be distracted? Or maybe find excuses to avoid working on it? Here are some exercises for you to do involving what I've just talked about. For your self-talk, when you notice your self-talk tending to be negative, ask yourself, is it related to certain situations or certain people? When you catch yourself saying or thinking something negative, say cancel that and then rephrase it to be positive. And I highly encourage you to stop watching the news, or at least dramatically cut back on how much news, whether it's TV or newspaper and that. See if you can go a full day or week without doing that. So then for affirmations, write out 10 to 20 affirmation statements of what you want in the present tense. In other words, phrase it like it's already happened. And make it such as, I am grateful for, I'm grateful that this has happened, or that this is happening. I'm grateful now that I am successful in this area, or something to that effect. If you write down something you don't want, you must rephrase it to be a positive statement saying what you do want. So like, I want to stop eating candy. No, you don't put that on there because that's a negative statement. Instead, say something like, I'm grateful that I'm easily eating healthy food, or my snacks are healthy. Also use the different types of statements. The I am statement, which are the most powerful one you can say to yourself. So it's, I am, happy. Another one says, the other ones are you are statements, the third party validation. It's like, you are talented. The other ones are it is, which are statements of fact. And then also the affirmation statements, the questions like, how did I blank? Or when did blank happen? Then the other things are for intention statements. Before you go to bed, write down 3 to 5 intentions for the next day. When you get up, review them and take action during the day and work on them. Then before you go to bed, review how you did. If you didn't complete something, don't beat yourself up on it. Evaluate why you didn't and put it down for tomorrow with a plan. And be honest with yourself. Identify why you might be avoiding it. Then repeat the process every day. It's been said that if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. In some cases, that's true. But to become a solid habit, you must do it consistently for 100 days in a row. which seems like a lot, but it really isn't. As I mentioned in my previous episode, I have a powerful positive mindset tool that can help you stay positive and has great examples of affirmation statements. So visit positivemindsettool.com and check out the overview and how you're able to get that tool free, and also my sessions for free added to your account. Hope you found value in what I've shared today and you're able to incorporate that into your daily life. It's always, interesting how we stumble across different things throughout the day and maybe it derails us or whatever, but just notice what's happening and just shift gears and get back into that positive, focused state and just keep going. And like I said before, so as if you stumble along the way, you're getting a little frustrated in that, don't beat yourself up about it. Just reset your mindset and keep going. So until next time, take care and stay positive.